So to kind of wrap some things up, you were talking about, just this past year, 2 years, you've had obstacles in life. So I guess I just want to know kind of what your advice would be to someone who is doing everything right, but like life still gets in the way.
Yeah, I think that life is full of obstacles. It's now no one wants to admit this or say it, or no one ever thinks this. We live in the easiest times ever in the history of the world. I know, like right now with all the political upheaval and all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world, people are stressed out. But like now people are getting stressed out about not getting enough likes on Instagram or not getting invited to go out or all these things where, 100 years ago we had food scarcity. We had just getting through World War I, there was World War II. 150 years ago, the average life expectancy was 40. I'm 14 years past the average life expectancy from 170 years ago in 1850. So we have plentiful food. If anything, we have too much food because we have an obesity epidemic and an overweight, epidemic. And so I just look at it and think that we have, not everything is relative. So our challenges today are so dramatically different than they were in the past. The sad part about what's going on in the political world, and I'm not going to make a political statement, but I will say this. What everyone should be saying is that we're living in really wonderful times. Historically, we have more peace, even though there are some, awful wars going on in the world, but the world has had wars from the beginning of time. We have plentiful food. We have shelter. We have electricity. We have running water. We don't have outhouses. All of these marvels of technology and advancement. And so our lives are relatively easy compared to what they were. But, we have people that trying to convince us that life is so awful and it's just for their gain. And so I just think, appreciate everything that we have. Until you have a family member or until we're personally sick, we never appreciate health. And when we see someone, unwell, or if we're unwell, there's no amount of money in the world that we wouldn't give up to be healthy ourselves or to make that person in our lives healthy. And all the other material stuff is really meaningless when someone is unhealthy. And so it's really all about just appreciating what we have, and getting through those obstacles. Life, as you get older, has more and more obstacles. Your injuries pile up. But don't let negative attitude and excuses get in your way. Like where there's a will, there's a way. Hard work. Hard work will get you through a lot of things in life. And sometimes you just got to really deal with the tough, emotional, difficult times and just keep rolling with it and keep pushing and keep pushing through it as best as you can.
Yeah, I would say like one piece of advice that you personally gave me, and I think this could go for a lot of people, is just how important it is to be healthy and mentally strong in times when life does put you down, because things are easier.
Yeah, we all go through difficult times, and Audrey went through a difficult time a while back, and I did too. We won't get into personally what happened, but what I find is that too many people bury themselves in going through a difficult time, maybe drinking alcohol or doing whatever. The problem never goes away. Mm-hmm. So it's literally like the only thing you can do when you're going through a really tough time or someone is sick, or stay healthy, stay positive. Alcohol is a depressant. Keep on top of your game. I remember this one scene. I always remember it. It's from Braveheart. And towards the end, they were the queen wanted to give him an elixir to take him out of his pain, and he just had this warrior's mentality where he didn't want it, because I know what he was thinking about when he was on that board about to die. He was thinking to himself, what is my way out of this? Without a clear mind, how can we get out of bad times? And so I just think it's so important to stay healthy and stay positive, even in rough times, stay away from negative energy, and so, yeah. And then, here's another piece of advice that I gave Audrey in her own transformation, which I think is critical. And this goes to anyone. The minute you want to have a good body and be in shape is the minute that you will have one. And, you know, she used to ask me, like, what do you mean by that? And I would say, well, the minute that you want to be in shape and have, you know, the shape that you want more than you want to go out, more than you want that latte, more than you want dessert, more than you want to eat unhealthy, more than you want to sit on your couch watching TV as opposed to go to the gym, is the minute that you start to get that figure and shape and health that you want. And then you listened, and slowly over time, and even when I interviewed you, you felt like I did, which it wasn't difficult. I mean, it's 45 to 60 minutes a day and doing some extra walking and cleaning up the diet. It's not rocket scientists. And then what we have is not an advantage, but what we do is optimize our hormone levels, which make all that work and effort more valuable and give you better results. And where I think that it also helps is it gives you the energy to actually go to the gym. So, but yeah, those are two, I think, really good pieces of advice. And, you know, anyone who wants to change and become better, it's easy. You just got to set that goal. And then you have to stick to the goal and make the goal a priority.
Definitely. All right. So we've covered a lot. I think that you've had a very inspiring change, and I think it will be something that continues on for you for forever. And I really admire that.